running your Google ads on a tight budget, and it feels like clicks just vanish before you even get sales. You start wondering if Google ads just doesn't work anymore unless you spend big. But that's not true. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a small budget actually perform. Hi guys, I'm Tim from Launchpresso, and I help Shopify stores and e-commerce brands get profitable with Google ads, even if they have a small daily budget. And if you'd like to know what else we do here at Launchpresso, I'll leave a link in the description where you can reach out, and I'll be happy to share a few resources with you that'll help you plan your campaigns more effectively. All right, so let's get into it. Now, the biggest mistake I see when someone is running a Google ads account on a small budget is they're trying to run too many campaigns and do too many things all at once. Let's just say you got $20 a day in daily budget. You can't spread that across 5 campaigns and expect results. You need to reduce things right down and get focused. So the first thing I'll show you is how to narrow down your targeting so that every dollar goes towards clicks that actually convert. So starting with number 1, simplify your campaign structure. If you're running Performance Max, search, and shopping, you got to start with one campaign. For most e-commerce stores, shopping campaigns is going to be the best place to start. Reason being, it's going to get you the most impressions with the lowest cost per click. If the account's new and you had started out with Performance Max, you're likely going to run into poor performance. And the reason for that is because Performance Max covers all the different Google services and properties like search, shopping, YouTube, display, and more, all under one campaign. And because Performance Max only works on smart bidding strategies, you need to have enough conversions in the campaign for it to actually optimize and work. I'll touch more on that later. So circling back to shopping and search campaigns, depending on how many products you have, it may be best to set up one single ad group with your best sellers. This way it gives you and Google more focus in order to optimize your campaigns toward the products that are actually getting traction. And this will help you stop wasting budget across items that rarely sell. Now for fix number 2, adjust your bidding strategy. When you're spending $20 a day or less, you can't afford to let Google to test too broadly. Start with manual CPC or maximize clicks and set your bid cap to roughly half of what your gross profit margin is divided by your expected conversion rate. Okay, let's back up a second. That sounded way too technical, right? Let me simplify it. So let's say you make about $20 gross profit per sale at a 5% conversion rate. When you do the math, your max CPC should be $1. That keeps Google from overspending per click while still letting the campaign learn and collect data. Once you have about 30 to 50 conversions in a 30-day period, you can safely switch the bid strategy over to max conversions or maximize conversion value with a target ROAS. Next is number 3, watch your conversion tracking. You'd be surprised how many stores are running campaigns without real conversion data. Often at times it just blows my mind. So go into your account, go to the left-hand side, click goals, and then click conversions. And if you are tracking your purchases and the conversion data is coming through, also ensure you're tracking your page views, you add to cart, and you begin checkouts. Reason being is if you've got a new account and you don't have enough sales data yet, it's okay. You can actually set up your campaigns to optimize for any of these conversion actions initially, just to get the account warmed up and going before switching to purchases. You can also pull these conversion actions as an account goal and setting them to primary. I actually go into more details about that in this video up here. And if there's other conversion actions that are important to you, you can set up your tracking for leads, email signups, and form submissions. By setting up the conversion actions this way, it will at least give Google something to optimize towards while you're still collecting sales data. And once you've done that, for number 4, optimize your product data feed. When Google doesn't fully understand your product properly, it shows up for irrelevant searches or just not at all. That's one of the biggest drains on small budgets. In your product titles and descriptions, use the exact search terms that people would use when they're looking on the internet. For example, size, color, material, and product type. Well, instead of classic hoodie, write men's classic cotton hoodie, black. That detail alone improves your match quality, which means fewer wasted clicks. And just for another quick tip on product titles, you actually have 150 characters to use in order to optimize for your Google shopping ads. By utilizing any AI tool out there, giving it the right prompt, specifically mentioning to use all 150 characters, without a doubt will give you a knockout product title. And this also applies for descriptions, product categories, etc., etc. Next up, for number 5, locations and device targeting. Go into your campaign settings and look under locations. Click the location options, which is often missed, and choose presence instead of presence or interested in your location. That ensures that your ads are only shown to people that are located in your country or region, not just to those anywhere in the world that have shown interest in your ads. Then under Insights and Reports, go to when and where ads are showed and look under the Devices tab. There you'll be able able to review the performance after about a week or two. If you see your mobile converting at half the cost of what your desktop is, I would recommend lowering your desktop bids slightly. Review this again in another 2 weeks and make additional adjustments. Small optimizations like this make a huge difference when you're working with a small budget. And for number 6, scheduling your ads. When you're starting out and working on a low budget, don't run your ads 24/7. More than likely, you're going to get a ton of clicks between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning when most people aren't thinking about making a purchase. Again, under when and where your ads showed, click the tab that says when ads showed, pull your time of day performance report after about a week or so, and cut the hours where the conversion rates are the lowest. And as I mentioned before, that's usually very late at night or very early mornings. Trim those hours out, and you'll instantly get more conversions without increasing your spend. And finally, for number 7, use remarketing campaigns. Even with a small budget, remarketing is your best friend. Create a remarketing dynamic display campaign specifically for visitors who've viewed your product page but haven't purchased yet. One important note here is that you've got to make sure that this audience has at least 100 within whatever day period that you set up. And until you do, the campaign won't run, so it's important to get these audiences set up as soon as possible, because unfortunately they don't backfill in Google Ads. But with that said, once they are up and running, you can run these campaigns just for a few dollars per day, and it'll keep your store in front of warm traffic while your main campaigns goes after new customers. You can absolutely make Google Ads work for you with only a $20 a day budget. You just need to control what Google can and can't spend your money on. Keep things tight, monitor performance daily for the first 2 weeks, and give it time to learn. And if you'd rather not spend a ton of hours testing every little setting, you can head to my Launchpresso website in the description below, where you can book a free strategy call with me. And I'll walk you through how we set up low budget campaigns that actually generate consistent returns. And if you found this video helpful, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on the next walkthrough video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.